So let's go ahead and get started. I just want to make sure that you're aware of all the content that I'm releasing and doing for you guys. So bottom of the deck is Page of Pentacles. Virgos, I feel like this could be you guys. I get the sense that you're turning within. You're looking for new opportunities, new ways to grow, either yourself, professionally and personally. I get the sense that there's a bit of confusion, maybe feeling a bit lackadaisical on what you know you should be doing. But yeah, I get the sense of maybe discombobulation, confusion, just sort of lack of direction, but this is new energy. And I do get the sense that you feel that something new is starting and that you should be doing something with it. You just don't know what. All right. So let's go ahead and go further. I'm going to flip over the cards. I'm going to do it quietly. So just kind of give me a moment to check in with the energy. Wow, Virgo. Okay. Now I understand the confusion. I feel like I'm going to go back to the bottom of the deck with this Page of Pentacles. I feel like you were coming in to offer someone a new beginning. And unfortunately, maybe you were too late. And you learn that they are with someone now. Yeah. Because central to your reading is the Five of Pentacles crossed with the Four of Cups. You're feeling left out in the cold. And now you're like, what to do? What do I do now? The energy is rejection. The energy is, damn it, I missed the opportunity. Because there was an opportunity that was being presented to you in the past, and you didn't take it. And now you're like, well, shit. What's next? You're feeling good. You're feeling successful overall. You are in a good spot financially. And career-wise, financially and professionally. I feel like this is you guys, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, things are working out for you. You've got a good career, a good paying job, good benefits, a nice place to live, great social circle, good friends, nice vehicle, so forth and so forth. You're very successful. But despite all that, this is rejection, a missed opportunity. And in the past position, you're asking yourself, you're questioning the Ten of Pentacles. You're questioning this success. And you're like, what do I need to be happy? Do I need all this stuff to make me happy? Some of you could be overspending. Some of you could be working so hard on creating the facade, putting out the, it's not the vibrations. What am I trying to say? Projecting wealth, projecting success, meaning you drive a nice luxurious car, which may be expensive, requires more expensive gas. Maybe you're looking to upgrade your home, but where you're looking may require, not only a higher mortgage, but maybe more property taxes and a homeowners association, right? It could be spending money on dinners, outings, social activities, which cost money. So I feel like you're questioning either the dark side of success and wealth is getting to you, you're overspending, or you're now questioning, do I need to keep this up? And what for? And for whom am I projecting this element of success for? What's it all for? Is it worth the long nights at the office? Is it worth the overtime? Or where can I streamline? Where can I simplify? Having all the material possessions does not really define who you are, Virgo. And you know that. I think you were using that as a crutch to paint a picture or to paint a facade or project an image of success. And now you're seeing that you don't need to do that, and that you're doing it to mask low self-esteem, mask insecurities, right? So this is something that's coming in. This is something you've been thinking about. You're also thinking about traditional commitment. You know, it's like, okay, well, everyone wants marriage. Everyone wants the perfect home and the white picket fence with 2.5 children. Will that make me happy? And I don't think so. I think you're happy with where you're at, and I think you're comfortable with the lifestyle that you're leading. And I think you're redefining your own personal happiness and success, right? But yeah, I'm hearing the one that got away for some reason, because on your mind's eye, Page of Wands reverse, and this is turning within. This is self-reflection. This is like, all right, now what do I do? Where do I want to go? I do get the sense that you're reevaluating a lot of things in your life. You know, life is good. You're very successful. You're being represented as the King of Pentacles. But are you happy? And that's the question. And you're turning within to do some soul searching. Yeah, because I feel like with this in the past, with being consumed by material possessions, by projecting that image of, you know, maybe like a hotshot corporate executive or someone who was a mover and a shaker, you missed an opportunity with someone important, with a relationship. Because central to your reading is the Five of Pentacles, and you're like, shit, I did not play that correctly. And you let materialism get in the way. You let work get in the way. And someone offered you an opportunity, but you weren't ready to receive that offer, that cup. And I think you're now seeing the error of your ways. And, you know, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out what to do with your next step, where to go, and trying to find that motivation, that inspiration to move forward. But your luck's about to change. Excuse me. Sorry. Your luck's about to change. Jeez. So Wheel of Fortune is coming in reverse, sitting in your near future position. I feel like this is cycle completing, and there's a lesson to be learned. And this Wheel of Fortune, the wheel will not spin until you learn that lesson. And I feel like that you're definitely going within to look at that, to do some soul searching, right? And you are sitting in the Four of Cups energy. Yeah. Thinking about what could you have done differently? Had you done things differently or acted sooner, would that person be available? And I think you're kicking yourself in the ass for it. Yeah. Yeah. But it was, you know, you admitted it. You admitted it was your own doing, because career was priority. Career took precedence, and it was important for you to be successful at work and to continue to portray the image of success. And you prioritize that over relationships, over a lot of other things, because you're very successful. You don't get to be the King of Pentacles for lack of trying. To be the King of Pentacles is because you work your ass off, and you do very well, and you're very successful, and you're very good at what you do. But it can come at a price if you're not practicing healthy work-life balance relationships. All right, and I think this got the best of you. Yeah. So you're walking away from conflict. You're walking away from a situation that no longer serves you. And, you know, I get the sense that, you know, this is definitely people problems, but it's over. Whatever this argument or this disagreement was about, this could be receiving bad news. And it's like, all right, you've already heard it. You know, now you're processing it. Because in your environment, it's Three of Wands. You're looking towards the future. What next? Where to go? What to do? What's the next 3, 5, 10 years going to look like? And you're waiting for your ships to come in. And they are going to come in for you, Virgo. They really are. It's just about getting into alignment with what you want, with your goals, hopes, and dreams, and being in an energy space of receptivity to receive the gifts, to be emotionally available when your person shows up for you. Yeah. Yeah. Hopes and fears, Ace of Wands reversed. Something is trying to come in and you're blocking it. This could be passion. This could be romance. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new opportunity. It could be just new creative zest for life, rejuvenating something at work. But yeah, it's motivation. It's also spiritual expansion. And yeah, I see this, you're getting into alignment and you're thinking. There's a lot of contemplation energy here, a lot of confusion energy, and you're just not sure if you're ready for this ace to come in. Yeah, I think there's energy that needs to settle down right now, but you're going to gain clarity. So I think once you allow this ace to come in, you're going to be able to know what you want. 7 of Cups is your outcome. When this is upright, this is confusion. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to believe, where to go. This is the shiny bauble syndrome. But reverse, that's starting to dissipate as you come into alignment with what you want, with what you're passionate about, with what makes you happy, with what makes you motivated to get up every single morning and kick ass at work and be the King of Pentacles that you are, right? Yeah, so you're going to gain the clarity that you need. You just have to get still, get grounded, get centered. Yeah, and make a decision to move forward. And you will. You will. Yeah. Interesting. What an interesting reading. Yeah. First up is the unknown reversed. There was a fear of the unknown, and I get the sense that this is why you were dragging your feet with that connection, why the missed opportunity resulted. It's because I feel like you were heavily enthralled with work, and your situation was a bit fluid, and you weren't too sure if you were going to stay or if you were going to go, what projects you were going to take on, what was going to happen. Your schedule was very erratic and very busy. And you just didn't know if you could fit a relationship in, at the time that, you were with this person. And there was a period of non-communication. And you pulled away, Virgo. You pulled away. You were emotionally unavailable because you just didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't have clarity of your future, of your schedule, of what was going on in the next 3 to 6 months. And with that transient energy, you're just like, I don't know. I don't know what I can handle. I don't know if I can support a relationship and be a good partner to that person. And it was this fear that unfortunately drove a wedge between you and that person and resulted in non-communication. Well, that person moved on, as you found out, with the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. Yeah. You did go in and offer your pentacle. It was an apology. It could have been a, hey, how are you doing? Let's try it again. And they're like, it's wonderful to hear from you, but you're too late. Couldn't put my life on hold for you. So it's time for you to get grounded. Earth energy, reversed. Yeah, it's time to slow things down. Get out of the fast lane a bit. Just take some time for you. Be alone with your thoughts. Get outside. Spring is upon us real soon. The temperatures are warming up, so it's a great time to be outside and just, walk in nature. Go to a park. Find a beautiful local trail and just be outside. Admire the trees, admire the blossoms that will soon be, blooming. Nature is awakening. I think that's going to be very good for your soul, Virgo. Really. It's going to help you connect with spirit, because right now you're disconnected. We're seeing the messenger card. Yeah. You're disconnected with spirit. You're disconnected with your highest good. And, it is creating confusion. And you kind of don't know what you want to do next. You know what you have to do, and you're going to keep doing that, which is going to work and being a rock star in the office. But what do you want that's going to make your soul smile? That's the question. What is going to make your soul smile? And I feel like you're asking these questions. You're trying to get into alignment with this wand energy. What are you excited about? What are you passionate about? And you're thinking about the future. Can you find someone just like that person that you missed the opportunity with? Do you think maybe there's a chance with you guys down the line? I don't know. These are things that you have to meditate upon and focus upon, but most importantly, get into spiritual alignment. Answers lie within you. Answers lie within you. And once you get still and get quiet, you're going to gain the clarity that you need in order to choose the right cut for you, the right opportunity, the right direction, because you don't want to repeat karma. I'm hearing that this happened because this was a karmic lesson for you, to not be so emotionally unavailable and not be so fearful of opening up your heart to someone who's worth it. And I think you knew that person was worth it and you got scared and you hid behind work. So a masculine to his feminine is saying, it's perfect timing for us now, and I wish you were with me. Feminine is saying, we're forever connected. We need to wait for better conditions. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that this could be part of that, Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold and feeling like you may have missed an opportunity, that you're a bit late to the game. What these better conditions are, time will tell. I'm getting the sense that they are in a new type of relationship, but since it's new, it's not guaranteed, right? So time will tell if they make it or not. But the feminine is saying we are forever connected, so I feel like there's admittance of a soul mate type connection. There is love in this connection. There was love before and there still is love now. It's just the conditions aren't right. They're not optimal. So definitely give it some more time. Align with yourself, Virgo. Look at what you did in the past. See where, you could have done things differently. Look at why you're feeling afraid to open up and to become vulnerable. Why, are you emotionally unavailable? Let's start with that. If you are, why? And, pull the thread on that to get down to the root of why you're emotionally unavailable. Because that was the problem in the beginning. That's why this connection didn't really get beyond casual. There was love there on both parts. There was really strong feelings on both parts, but it didn't make it. It didn't survive because, you put work above all. Yeah. Yeah, and it's important, but, it is what it is. All right. So comment below and let me know how that was working out for you and resonating for you. Okay, so Virgo, your sacred rebel oracle is big, bold vision in reverse. So I feel like it's now time for you to really get clear with what you want, right? And you're not. It's time to get clear. So this is your mind's eye, the energy, the Page of Wands, both coming in reversed. And it's like, okay, get clear with your truth. What is your truth? What do you want? Because I feel like the behavior that you're used to is no longer serving you, and you're seeing where you're causing problems with people. It could be, again, the emotional unavailability, the fear of rejection, fear of letting someone in, all that. And it's like, okay, I also get the sense that there's FOMO, fear of missing out. So it's like you don't want to commit because it's like, well, I've got other things to do. I got to go out with my friends. I got to go over here and over there and blah, blah, blah. Because I get the sense that you're thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, and you have to go check it out almost in a manic, paranoid manner. And it's like every time you do that, you're like, well, why did I do that? Should have just trusted my intuition and knew that no, it's the same shit, or worse. It's like it wasn't even worth it, And now what did it cost you? A relationship, so to speak. So I get the sense that whomever I'm connecting with is like a mover and a shaker type energy, someone who's always on the go and just wants to get it right. And I feel like the manic piece is like, you want perfection. You're seeking perfection. It's like, this is good. You're near perfect, but let me see if there's perfect over there. And you keep checking and checking and checking and checking. And it's like, no. And you're coming up disappointed. It's like, look, once you realize there's no such thing as perfection, you're going to be 1,000 times happier. But that's where you have to rewrite this big, bold vision. Rewrite your truth. Rewrite what it is that you want and gain clarity on it. 'Cause right now, there's a lot of mental confusion. I think the confusion is stemming in because your beliefs are being challenged. The way you operate is being challenged. And you're seeing that it's not serving you and it's actually harming you. And it cost you, I feel like it cost you a relationship, Virgo. One that had a lot of promise, that had a lot of love, that had a lot of passion, you know, a good connection. And my heart is hurting. So someone is upset. Someone is heartbroken and disappointed. Oh, it's really hitting me. So space is coming in. This is from the Sacred Oracle, the card of space. It's time to give yourself space from the go type activity, type lifestyle. It's time to turn within and really get clear about what you want and really just try and define this Ace of Wands and look towards your future. But in order to get clear and to have this Ace of Wands come upright, you need to take time out. Time out from people, time out from socializing, time out from friends. Clear your social calendar. Clear your work calendar if possible, because again, you are killing it at work. You are very successful. You're very good at what you do. You're very respected. But what's the cost, right? This may be a perfect time for you to take a vacation on your own, maybe a staycation, or maybe go somewhere up in the woods, in the wilderness for like a long weekend. Give yourself like 3 days or something, maybe even 4 days. You know, take off a Friday and a Monday and just be up there in nature, just hermiting and grounding yourself for a little bit, doing some earthing. I think that'll be great for you. But space is what you need right now. All right? Space to heal. Space to listen to your soul. And your angel message is coming in from Serena. And the message is, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So I feel like part of the work situation is because you needed the overtime, because you needed the extra cash. And maybe there's a fear of not having enough to pay for the bills, to pay for the lifestyle that you're accustomed to leading. Maybe you're going out a lot, spending a lot of money on food and drink. And it's like, well, wait a minute, why, if you're doing that and you're finding that you need to keep working overtime or doing extra work to fund that lifestyle, it's like, well, hang on, you're going to be provided for, and the universe is going to take care of that. So don't worry about money, but there's things that you can do in the meantime to cut back on spending.